This drain bolt right here feels like it has something on it. It's not good. Let's see what's going on here. It's got some sealer all over it. That's a mess. I don't know why people do this. Alright guys, so strip drain bolt repair. Got the engine pulled out of the chassis. Got it up on the bench. Let's go get it done. Alright guys, so the kit we're using today is a Time-sert. This kit is a M12 by 1.5. Part number is 1215 for this application. I'll look for a link to put in the description for you. Let me show you what this kit comes with. So here's your the inserts here. They have a lip. Alright, and then this part flares out, and I'll show you how that works out. You have your drill right here. You have your flare tool. This is not a flare tool, but it kind of cuts a little, you can see right there. It cuts that little lip on there so that the lip of the insert can stop on that. Then you have your tap, and then you have your insert tool, and the insert tool you oil. And when you screw the insert tool into the fitting, it goes almost all the way in and it stops at the bottom here. And that's enough resistance to insert the fitting. When it inserts, it then flares it out, and you push the insert tool all the way through. I'll show you how that works out. But best thing to do is probably, if you're only going to use it one time, is buy the kit. The kits are expensive. I'll put a link in the description. But buy the kit and use it, and then put it back up for sale. People buy them up because they're really good kits. I like these a lot better than Helicoils. They're just solid, and I'll show you why. Alright guys, so we're going to be putting a Time-sert in this drain bolt so it doesn't strip out again. There's a couple steps to using the Time-sert. You have the drill bit, then you're going to use the kind of a recess tool, and then you're going to tap it. So all these things you have to worry about metal. With this engine here, we can flush it out. Should be able to flush it straight through the other side with the clutch cover off. But we're going to be cautious when we do it by putting grease on every tool that we use and help catch as much debris as we can to try to keep everything we can out of there. So we're going to start with drilling the hole. Yeah, looks like the grease caught everything, did a good job. Alright, we'll set up on the next one. Alright guys, so now we have a clean hole here. There's no debris, nothing got in there with the grease on the drill bit. Everything is good. Now we're going to take this tool here. It's kind of a recess tool, and that's for the top part of the Time-sert to base out on when it locks the inside. And this just sits in here and it spins, and you spin it down as deep as it can go. It's got kind of a step right there, so it's going to cut it down until it can't anymore. So let me show you that. Alright, and that's as far as it'll go. And everything so far has been keeping the debris out here. Now we have a hole that kind of has a step in it. All right, looks like that right there. All right, got a nice little step in there for the Time-sert to sit into. Now the next step here is the tap. Again, I'm going to grease this up, and we're going to just work it in back and forth and try to keep all the debris out. All right, so I got plenty of grease inside there to catch everything. All right, so the tap all the way in. All right, so there's some debris in there now. I'm just going to take a thin screwdriver with some grease on it and just keep poking it down in there until I get all that out before I move to the next step. So putting the Time-sert in, you want to make sure that you have the tool all set up here by putting a couple drops of oil here. So I'm going to make sure that it's all clean. I'm using some 2-stroke oil because it's the best for lubing 2 strokes, so it's the best for lubing this. Just put a little bit on there. Alright guys, so here's the last part. We have the fitting here. Okay, this is our Time-sert. This is the installation tool. So the installation tool here screws into it and it stops right at the bottom. You can't cut these short at either end because it works together. This part here is going to bottom out on the recess in the hole, and then this part here is going to flare out in the bottom and lock into place. I'm going to put some red Loctite in here because it's a drain bolt and I just want to be extra cautious. You don't need to. It fully locks itself in place. I just want to make sure it seals the threads really good because high heat oil is going to be on it. Alright, so I got red Loctite on it here, and I'm going to screw it in. Screwing this thing in. Alright, just get it going into place here. And what you'll feel is, right towards the end it gets stiff. Like right here it's starting to get tight on me. That means that it's starting to lock itself into place. So from here, you want to go ahead and tighten it the rest of the way in, and you want to feel it push past that last section. Change the bit here quick. Alright, so as it got tight right there, okay, now the tool's all the way in. The insert is almost stopped turning. Going to go all the way in right till it bases out. There you go. Right here, now the insert is no longer turning, it's just the tool. We're going to turn the tool all the way in until you feel it have less resistance. There you go. There's less resistance there. And now we can back it out, and the actual insert in there is not going to move because we have it all, we have the bit itself, the insert tool lubed, and it's not going to come out. So I'm going to sit here and just back it out. And that is a fully installed Time-sert right there. All right, and it's nice. It's just slightly below the surface right there, which you should always be using a new gasket every time you put a drain bolt in. So every time you change the oil, it will easily crush into that and have no issues at all. And that is a solid fitting that will never strip again. These are Time-serts. I highly recommend them. If you have to do a hole, these things work really, really good. Alright guys, next day everything is looking good. Got a new gasket on here. I'm going to put it in. Alright, I'm going to torque that down. Everything looks nice. This is not going to leak. These things are solid. These fittings work awesome. If you have the opportunity to use one of these instead of a Helicoil, I would recommend it. These work really, really good, and I'm never going to have to worry about this thing leaking again or stripping. It's steel, so you won't strip it again. They're solid. These Time-serts are awesome. So guys, hopefully this helps you out. If you have a drain bolt that's stripped out, don't glue it in like this person did. Tap it, fix it, whether you use a Helicoil or you use one of these Time-serts. I recommend a Time-sert. I like them better. But get it done. Don't pass the bike on to someone else because you stripped the drain bolt out, man. That's just dirty. All right. Hopefully you like this video, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for further notifications. Until next time, guys. This is Tepco Cycle Repair.